looking yoga room. Comfortably can, walk the hands out in front of you so that they're shoulder width apart. We always start with what's called an integration series. So just settling into your yoga mode, your yoga attitude is yoga, not asana. So your yoga attitude right now. Start with a good grip. If you know the class, I'd like to see the quality of your downward facing dog in your child's pose. I don't let people wear these in the room. Why don't you take that off for me? So with the eyes open, the class starts on the inhale. This is a breath exercise. It really does become a yoga practice when it becomes a breath exercise. Take a long, slow inhale through the nose. Make the lungs as big and uncomfortably full as you can hold them. Everybody, big, full lungs. Stay in contact with the breath. That's the most important part of class. Exhale into your yoga practice. Like I'm gently pressing your hips back and down towards your heels. Just gently feel heavy into the floor. Fall through the breath into a space that hasn't changed from your earliest childhood memory to right now. Just be a simple observer, a simple chooser. Witnessing your yoga practice, but witness yourself practicing your very best postures. I want you to squeeze all the juice out of the orange. We're not pacing ourselves in Warrior 2 or managing energy in Chaturanga. We're really trying to do our very best in each and every moment without struggling, without forcing. But whatever it takes, that's what you put into your best practice today. Care about it. I do not care how many postures you complete. I want quality in everything you do. Technically correct, your best version of a power yoga practice today. Come to a hands and knees position. And by the way, whenever I say I know exactly what we're going to do, we do something different. So I don't know what we're going to do. Exhale, round the back and look into the navel. That's kind of true. Whenever I say it's going to be simple and set, we end up going off in the woods somewhere. Inhale slowly, opening the chest. They call this cat-cow. I just call this pranayama deep breathing. So coordinating the breath and move. I just want everybody to fill the lungs and look up and push your butt up in the air and open the chest. And slowly exhale. Take a long, slow 6-second exhale. It starts in the middle back. Like there's a string in the middle back right there. Inhale, open the chest, coordinate the breath and the movement. So I want you to use the full 6 seconds. Look up, open up. So you're going to have to be present with me. You're going to have to hear and be present. Exhale. So this class is all about being present. You're listening to the dialogue. You're moving with it. Operational commands. Inhale. You're aware of your breath. You're in control of your breath, not thinking about breath, aware of the breath. Exhale, like there's a string right in the middle of the back, and I'm pulling it up, and that's what starts the motion. Let the mind start to vanish into this very simple pranayama deep breathing. Inhale. Think of nothing at all. Coordinate the breath and the movement. Open up, push the buttocks up. Exhale, your eyes are on your drishti. Present by keeping your eyes on your mindless gazing point. Inhale, and you're present with the flow of the yoga class. You're connected to it, you're part of it, you're not separate from it. Exhale, like spokes on a wheel or fingers on a hand, all the way down to the bottom of the exhale. Stay there in the gap, please. Let the breath return to normal. Look in the front mirror. Eyes off floor. If it's a deep room, if you're in the back of the room and you can't see yourself in the mirror, keep your eyes off the floor, please. Engage your core so you're not sitting in the joints, and bring the right arm forward and left leg back. Trying to keep your hips and shoulders square to the front mirror or front of the yoga space, wherever you are. Right shoulder back, left hip forward for a lot of y'all. And when I say that, it doesn't mean everybody. And I move around you. You don't move around me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in this class that are in our transformation course. I love it. Arm and leg out to the side. There's still a little bit of space left. There's a couple people in here I'd love to see in the course. It is absolutely life-changing for everybody. Lift into it. So the trick to this tricky posture is you're lifting your body weight into gravity. You've got to lift. Lift it up and reach forward and back. Square the hips and shoulders first. In fact, there's a lot of y'all I'd like to see in the course. Inhale, look up, lift up. It's real yoga. It's really what I teach. This gets you in the room, kind of gives you a little taste of what real yoga is, to control the mind, to control the vital forces. Hands and knees, good, I like that, David. Engage your core, eyes off floor. Please don't look at the floor. Try to keep your eyes off the floor. Engage your core and bring the left arm forward and right leg back. Yoga is really learning to use the whole mind. By definition, Patanjali, yoga is using the whole mind. A mind free of mental modifications. Lift up. So that means you're born divine, and it's a return to innocence. It's about unlearning, not learning. Arm and leg out to the side. A mind free of mental modifications. Doesn't that mean that yoga is about unlearning? Lift into it, strong. That's the second Yoga Sutra. Lift into it. And reach forward and back. Square the hips and shoulders first. Inhale up, look up, lift up. We've all got to be on the same team around here right now. It's a big deal. So lifting into that heart and feel, guys. Find that and then work it. Lift till you feel that heart stop. And every breath, just trying to ease it open. Look at you guys working beautifully. Hands and knees looking in the mirror. Perfect, everybody. Tuck the toes and press back to down dog. I like the ashram towels. We're going to start to get some more of those in here. Stretch your mat long. Reach your heels to the floor. Wrap your lats around towards the chest. And make a nice socket for the shoulders to sit in. So you're sliding the shoulder blades down the back a little bit. Just making a nice socket. Why are you hiding back there? And pivot to a plank, looking in the front of the yoga space. Left hand to center, left knee on the ground under the hip. Look at the tip of the right thumb. I can still see you back there, you know. So tip of the thumb, drishti, as you look up. This is so much more about your mind than your body, guys. We learn to still the mind, to still the body. We're settling into the postures. We're not thinking about other things. We're thinking about the drishti. We're thinking about the breath. We're thinking about using big muscle groups to lift into a strong posture. Lift high on the wall, fall back if you fall. But you're present with what's happening right now to produce your best yoga practice. Look up right here, smile. Advance the posture if you would like to by reaching forward, utthita, extending the posture. You're going to end up with a really nice yoga practice, Regina. So lifting high on the wall, fall back if you fall. Draw the abs and middle ribs in so the back is flat. And bring your foot down and hand up. Look back up to the tip of the thumb. How'd you get this in my yoga room? I don't let people wear those. And don't be sorry. Take it off, though. Rotate to a plank. Look in the front of the yoga room. Engage your core. I don't ever want you to be sorry. Right hand to center. Right knee on the ground under the hip. Look at the tip of the left thumb and rotate the left hand up. The military days are over. Lift through the left middle rib cage. Stack the joints nicely. Chin to shoulder. So we're creating space. Spread your fingers. So we're creating space out of both wrists, both elbows, both shoulders. And when I say creating space, we're opening energy channels by creating that space. It's not just out of the joints. It's actually energy channels. Nadis, they're called. Advance the posture if you did on the other side. But it's the same principle. Creating space is creating space. Create space in your body. In your joints and your nadis and the connective tissues, create space. Lift into it. Create space in the breath. Create space in the mind between your thoughts as you lift into your heart and feel. And bring the foot down and hand up. The body is still focused, present in the postures because the mind is still focused and present in the postures. And rotate to a plank, that's better. Engage your core looking forward, please. Please hear me clearly. Everything stops at the elbows. You can bring the knees onto the ground for support, but that's the only thing that should come below the elbows. The body doesn't go down like a push-up. It moves forward like a crocodile. The hands start under the shoulders. They end up much closer towards the hips. Inhale, looking forward. Engage your core strength. And lower slowly. Move the body forward. Stop right at your elbows. A little lower, a little more forward. Come on down. Up dog, inhale. Don't drop your shoulders next time. Press the thighs up. Down dog, exhale over the toes. And we just start with basic postures. The more new it is to you, the more we're just going to start with good up dog, good down dog, good supported chaturanga. Let's have nice flow through the A series. Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. Step or jump between the hands, all the way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, we want to be at the top of the mat right now. Deeper to forward fold. Inhale, come up, chin away from chest, so you're watching the hands come together. And swan dive, chin away from chest, up and down, keeping the back flat. Encourage you to soften the knees, folks. Halfway lift, you want a flat back there, legs straight, don't matter. Step or jump back, lower. Slowly move to chaturanga. My wife will definitely correct my grammar there after class. Up dog, pull forward, look back, press the thighs up. And downward facing dog. My yoga teacher used to call it the unstudied flow of consciousness. Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. He's a very wise man. Step, jump, or if you want to float, float between the hands. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Fold deeper, 2, forward bend. Inhale, come up, chin away from chest. You don't have to bend the knees that much. And swan dive. We have a nice flow. Don't think, just move with the exhale. Swan dive together. Halfway lift, lengthen and flatten the back. Step or jump back. We have a nice flow. Smoothly move with it to Chaturanga. Elbows in. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch your mat long. You're going to have such a beautiful practice by the end of our course. Just settle in and enjoy the ride. No judgments. Soften the knees, coil a spring, look out ahead of you. Step, jump, or float if you can float. Halfway lift, inhale. I was going to straighten that up too, it looked messy. Deeper to forward fold. Inhale, come up with the flow today. There's a good flow. Just right up, everybody. And swan dive. There's no mistakes. Just move with the exhale. It's established flow. Halfway lift, look forward, get flat. Step or jump back. Keep your back flat as you move forward to a strong Chaturanga. Just care about this. Inhale together, feel the flow. Exhale, over the toes you go. One more A series. Soften the knees, look out ahead of you. Step or jump between the hands. Halfway lift lengthens the spine to deeper forward bend. Inhale, come up, listen to it, move with it, let it move you, watch. And swan dive, watching your third eye if you can see it, eyes on drishti off the floor if you can't. Halfway lift, good, I like that. Step or jump back. We've got a really nice flow. Slow it down a little bit to Chaturanga, please. Inhale, long breath. Let's start to slow down a little now. To exhale, roll over the toes. So usually in a power yoga class, the pace would pick up. As the heart rate picks up, as the respiratory system starts to go a little bit faster, so does the pace of the class. In this class, I'd like it to start to slow down a little bit. A little longer, a little slower, a little smoother. So we want to incorporate that principle of long, slow flow right now. Long, slow flow. One more A series. Soften the knees. Look out ahead of you. Step or jump between the hands. Halfway lift lengthens the spine. Hold deeper forward bend. Inhale, come up, looking up to keep the back flat, palms together. And swan dive. Let's start to extend the exhale and intentionally slow down a little bit. Halfway lift, long breath. Step or jump back, slow flow to Chaturanga. Always a pause here. Inhale together. And exhale together over the toes. That's better already. And getting benefit from a powerful restorative posture, practicing your downward facing dog. B series, soften the knees, look out ahead of you. Step, jump, or float if you can float, Cloudy. Halfway lift, try to stay in flow here, please. To deeper forward fold. Chair pose, inhale to a chair, basketball up, spread your fingers, everybody up. And exhale, smooth, slow flow. Halfway lift, where are your hands supposed to be? Step or jump back, eyes in the mirror as you lower together smoothly, slowly to strong Chaturangas. Inhale. Valerie, you're kind of dropping your shoulders a little bit today. Exhale. Just be aware of it. So if you're either lifting the hips or make this a little bit shorter. You're working too hard there. If you're either lifting the hips or collapsing the hips in your Chaturanga, either way you're trying to get out of your core. I want you really squeezing your abs, squeezing your thighs. Core strength, knees to diaphragm. You want to feel that burn. Three-legged dog to warrior one. Inhale the right leg up. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open up arms over legs. Make it nice and big. Take up space. Squeeze the heels together as you lock the back left leg. So you're feeling a lift up out of the joints, not a collapse in the joints. And again, we want to find that stillness. Beautiful. Find that nice stillness in the posture. If you feel at any level of your awareness that this posture wants to be bigger, you're right. Beautiful. Knee tracking over toes. So I'm going to be a little repetitive. I don't want you to manage your energy in your warrior two. I want your best example of a warrior two. Tom, nice to see you back in the room today. Give me a little more space. Take up that mat. Can you push your heel back a little more? Just come into the front leg. You're strong. Use those big muscle groups. Palms up, reach forward. Keep squeezing the heels. Keep the burn. I'm just going to hang out back here with you guys. So give it a good tight squeeze. You're doing just great. Just play the yoga game today. Get acquainted. And reverse. It's a big room. Reach space down the right side of the body. Reach a compression down the left side of the body as you wrap the right lat. That's good. And you've got your knee tracking over toes. So I like this. I like this very much. Just wrap your lat around a little bit this way. It's like you're on a wall. There you go. And cartwheel to a plank with your eyes off of the floor. Engage your core strength. Don't be in a hurry. And lower slowly. Watch yourself come to Chaturanga. You can see yourself. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Don't think, just do. Inhale the left leg up. Lunge the left foot, drop the right heel. Warrior one. You have plenty of time to make a really nice warrior one here, guys, and take a breath or two even. That's good. Diminish the angle of your foot a little bit. And warrior two, it's going to allow you to square your hips. One, Molly, what was up with that transition from my 3rd degree black belt? Just didn't care for a minute. That's all right. Look in the mirror. I got to tease you a little bit. Bring your arms up. You know. So strong hands, thumbs with fingers. This is really a disciplined system of yoga, folks. That's what produces the effect that I want. You're present right now. You learn to be present in your yoga practice. You're present doing whatever you're doing. If you're washing the dishes, you're washing the dishes. If you're watching a sunset with someone, you're watching a sunset. If you're practicing asana, you're practicing asana. Some of you need to lift the chest and push away a little bit with the left thigh. So like I'm pulling you back, and then turn your palms up and reach forward. Come on into your front leg a little more. You're strong. Squeeze the heels. Get in those big muscle groups here, everybody. Pull back on the left heel, not just sitting in the left quadricep, but both legs engaged as you squeeze the two heels together and feel that nice lift up out of the joints. And reverse, slide on your wall. Wrapping the left lat around towards your chest. I'd like you to try to feel some space through your middle back. Let's bring your knee out. It's going to be bigger. Get nice and present with me. So again, the yoga is learning to be present with every breath you take for the entire class. That's the goal. Be aware of every breath you take. And cartwheel to a plank. It has nothing to do with completing all the postures. Dead pose is a posture. Lower slowly. Get your butt down. Shoulders up. Up dog. Inhale. Press the thighs and look back. Down dog, exhale, and roll back over the toes again. Open up your hands. Push the whole hand into the floor. Stretch your mat long as you reach the heels to the floor. So let's get your feet nice and straight. That's all you're doing. A real good job. So see how your foot's a little crooked? There you go. And then I'm going to pull you out of your shoulders a little bit. There you go. Let's go warrior 1 to 3 here. Inhale the right leg up. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel. Warrior 1, look up. Just move with the flow, not with your beautiful mind. Move with the flow. Warrior 3. Is the intellect always a useful tool, or can it sometimes get in our way? Arms up, right? This is not an intellectual experience right here. I want you to use as little of the left side of brain as possible to keep that laser on your third head and lift the arms and lift the leg and stay present in your breath and present in your posture. Lift into it, lift into it, lift your leg up into it. And warrior 1, step back. Keeping it super simple, warrior 2. This is all we're going to do. It's not going to be a long hold, but give me your best warrior 2, guys. Again, it's come to my attention. A lot of y'all manage your energy in warrior 2. What is your best warrior 2 look like? Come on back with me a little, Sean. Push away. Make that right angle. Lock the back leg. And if it wants more space, give it the more space it wants. What does that feel like to be in those big muscle groups? What does it feel like to be supported by breath? Eyes and drishti. And cartwheel to a plank with your eyes off the floor. Lower slowly. Come to Chaturanga. Keep your butt down in Chaturanga, please. There. Inhale consistently. I like that. Exhale. Again here, lifting the body weight into gravity. Nothing easy about doing that. You must be determined and focused. Inhale the left leg up, same thing. Lunge the left foot, drop the right heel, inhale to warrior one. Eyes on drishti, so I want you to watch your hands come together there. Warrior three, lift and reach, especially you. That was kind of a lazy entry. Laser pointer to the third eye, nice. Just stretch out, shoot it right over them. This is really good. So lift the arms up to come forward. Lift your arms up more to bring the body forward. Now bring your body forward, not down. Forward. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Warrior one, come back. You're doing really good. I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Warrior two, open it up. Make a big warrior two, everybody. Left thigh parallel. Pull back on the heel. So that's all we're doing. Nothing fancy schmancy. Get into the big muscle groups. So again, this is a very liberating posture, folks. It's just a very powerful yoga posture. Take up your space. If it wants more space, that's half of y'all. Just for the last moment of the posture, push the right thigh back, not you. Lift it up and lock it out and pull back on the heel. And cartwheel to a plank. Some beautiful warrior twos. Eyes off of the floor, please, as you watch yourself lower. Don't be in any hurry. Just practice yoga together. Up dog. To down dog, over the toes you go. Just kind of mechanically standardized moving through our body. Is this you with your watch up like that here? Is this you? Who's this? You? What the hell is going on there? Inhale the right leg up for triangle. I didn't think Camilo, I was going to be shocked. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel to 45. Straighten both legs. That would be something else going on. If he was doing that. Look up. Why were you wearing your watch? What's up with that? You so know that that's not okay. Lift up out of the bottom shoulder. Bring your chin into the shoulder. Get nice and long down the mat. So lifting out of the bottom shoulder right now, chin to shoulder. Some of you can just reach a little lower as you lift the chest. So it's creating more tension as you lift the back thighs. Sure, nice yoga practice. Beautiful, everybody. So this is a good example of creating that space, opening up those energy channels in the body, just by spreading the fingers and lifting up out of the bottom shoulder. And rotate the left hand down. Keep your chest lifted, diminish the stance and the angle of the back foot. So please don't collapse all the weight into your front right leg. Take your right ankle with the left hand, set your hips up a little bit better. Right hip back, left hip forward. Like this. Boom. And reach straight up. Your hips are just tight, that's all. I can't tell by looking. Tuck the shoulder under. So almost everybody in this room has tight hips, folks. That's a big part of this. We want to get into the hips right now. Look up, reach up. One of the most important postures of your yoga sequence to me right now is what you're doing. If you can get up out of that bottom shoulder a little bit, do it. Go ahead and grab your ankle and lift up. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. All the way up onto it. All the way up onto it. And rotate the right hand down. Keep your chest lifted. Lift into balancing airplane pose. Don't judge anything, guys. Just keep doing it. Everybody working beautifully. Sorry, Claudia. Lift into it. And if you'd like to open to half moon, you can. You don't have to. It is the unstudied flow today. Lift your chest up a little. There you go. Now just stay there on your razor's edge. If you feel like you're on a razor's edge, your job is to try to maintain it. If you fall out, you pick up an airplane. Pick up an air all the way onto the wall. There's more stability if you go deeper into it. If you think I'm talking to you, I am. Lift to come back to airplane. It's that last little bit, guys. If you want to find the stability, it's in the depth of the posture. Lift into a strong posture. Everybody, lift your body weight up like you're lifting weights into gravity. Feel it. Warrior one, right foot forward. No judgment, please. Warrior two, exhale, arms over the legs. Stay with me, everybody. You're working beautifully. Lock the back leg all the way. Squeeze the heels together. As you pull back on the right heel, you're squeezing the left heel forward. And create that nice right angle. Once again, if you feel like it needs more space, a lot of you guys all in the room can just give it a little more space. Please don't pace yourself. Not a lot of use of resting postures yet. Make this big. Squeeze it. Right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Push the knee back with the elbow. Look up, reach up. Lift through the back left thigh. Great hip opener. I was going to say if you have tight hips, but I think you all have tight hips in here today, is the truth. So looking up, reaching up, come into your front leg a little bit more. Also come into your front leg a little bit more. You'd be fun to train. And if you do want to bind or half bind it, you can. You don't have to. Look up, reach up. Yeah. but I'm looking for that to happen. So lifting the torso off the thighs, you squeeze the heels together. It feels strong and supported. You're not sitting in the posture, resting. You're practicing yoga. What are we doing here? Stay in posture, folks. Extend if you're bound. So wherever you are, settle into being there. Push back to Big Warrior 2. Everybody take up space. Last Warrior 2 on this side. Nice, David. And cartwheel to a plank. Try to keep your eyes off the floor. You have to train yourself to do it. And move the left hand to center. Stack the right foot on top of the left and rotate the right hand up. If you are supporting it, there's a different version you can try here where you bring the foot back behind you, the right foot. Go ahead and stack your feet nicely. You already heard me before I said it, didn't you? Tip of the thumb, drishti, beautiful. Currency, you work really nicely. And advance the posture. All the regular students here, you're here for the right reasons. It isn't a aerobic class with a little bit of spirituality to it. We're producing consciousness together. Fall back. If you feel cloudy, that's beautiful. Stay there. Be determined now. Be determined now. Please stay there. Please stay there. Please stay there. And rotate back to a plank. Excellent, everybody. Eyes off floor. Engage your core. Look forward. Eyes off floor. Lower slowly. Move the body forward. Come on down to Chaturanga. Squeeze your core. Inhale, up dog. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Exhale, down dog. I've got my whole room. But what I want to know is, are we having fun yet? Triangle on the left. Inhale the left leg up. This is a great little sequence here. Lunge to the left foot, right heel 45 degrees, so your toes are still pointed to the mirror. Straighten both legs, lift, lengthen, rotate, open. So both legs straight, take your left ankle with your left hand and rotate high onto a wall. Make this a little longer. A little more space. And again, being intentionally repetitive, you can feel this opening nadis thing. It's not this magical, mysterious, mystical yoga thing. You can feel it. When you're spreading the fingers, when you're reaching out of the shoulders, when you're strong through core and lifted through your back right thigh and active in these postures, you can feel the space you're creating. Those are energy channels opening. It's that vivid, folks. So we want to breathe into that feeling and work that hard and feel. And every inhale, trying to create a little bit more space. Every exhale, trying to ease a little bit deeper. I'm going to train you really, really well. I'm going to push your hips over to Camilo and lift just up high on a wall here. So you don't have a hard end feel here at all. I want you to find it. And rotate the right hand down in all the postures. Square the hips and shoulders. Lift the chest. Diminish the stance as necessary. There you go. Perfect. Right hip down, left hip up and back. Take your left ankle with the right hand and reach up. So almost everybody needs to bring the right hip down and forward and left hip up and back. That's good. I like that. Elise, I like that. Tuck your right shoulder under. This is just a big posture in the class, guys. And I've got some nice work here. Molly, David, everybody. So deeper. You're going to lift up. It's like you want to touch my hand up here. Anchor your hand down and reach up and lift up and tuck the shoulder and keep looking up. Where's that hard stop here? Nice cloudy. Lift up one more time. Tuck the shoulder under. All the way. All the way. Wow. And rotate. That last little bit is really a big deal. Lift into balancing airplane pose. Lose the self-talk. Hear with the ears, do with the body. No judgment. Just your best version of airplane or your best version of a resting posture. Try not to talk to yourself about it. Stability is in the depth of the posture. Lift high onto the wall. If you're opening to half moon, you don't want to sit in the left hip joint. You want to lock the left leg. It's almost like you're pushing away from the floor with the left quadricep, creating that space out of the hip. On your razor's edge, try to maintain it. Balance on your razor's edge. Be determined. Go deeper into the posture if you're looking for stability. And don't judge. If you fall out, pick up an airplane. Everybody lift to airplane. If you've fallen out, pick up an airplane. So just a nice, lift your body weight. Like we did on the other side. Everybody lift right now. Lift nice and strongly into gravity wherever you are. Warrior 1. Warrior 2, exhale. Arms over the legs. Big, strong, supported. You're all in the same bathtub together, guys. Squeeze the heels together. Lock the back right leg. I don't know where that came from. I've never said that in my life. Squeeze the back leg. Ever, ever, ever. Left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Just seemed appropriate in the moment. Push the knee back with the elbow. So if you are supporting it, why? As little as possible, as much as necessary is the rule. And if it does want to be bigger, that's good. Give it more space, everybody here. Bind or half bind if you did it on the other side, and it's not more correct or there's not more benefit by binding or half binding. It's where's your work today in your yoga practice. Beautiful, Mike. Push the knee back with the elbow. Strong and supported. Breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose. Controlled breath, supported by big, strong muscle groups. Controlled mind, supported by drishti. Extend if you're bound. We did it on the other side, folks. Stay tough with me here. Don't lean in that support. It's not good for you. Press back up to big warrior two. No judgment of anything except for, is this your best warrior two? What's up with that? So make it big. Squeeze the heels. Pull back on the left heel. This is your last opportunity. If you feel like it needs to be bigger, let it be bigger. If you have to sit down a little more into it, sit down. Am I boring you? And cartwheel to a plank. Oh my, what will I do with you? Left hand to center. Stack the right foot on top of the left. Rotate the, right hand to center. Thank you for not following me. Look at the tip of the thumb when everybody slows down and goes, something's wrong. Look up to the tip of the thumb. I try not to think when I teach. So just get nice and strong and supported here. I use as little of the left side of the brain as possible. Advance it if you did on the other side. Shorten that up and drive your hips up if you're hooking the toe. So wherever you are, be determined to stay in this arm balance. This is a genuine arm balance, so you're going to fall back if you fall and spread your fingers, create some space, both wrists. Now stay right there. Determined to hold your arm balance. This is just perfect. Breath is support, drishti is support, determination. And rotate to a plank. Again, cloud nice. Eyes off the floor, engage your core strength. Lower slowly, come to chaturanga together. Up dog, inhale, active thighs. Down dog, exhale, over the toes you go. But now we're definitely having fun. I just like y'all to step up to the top of the mat. You heard correctly. Feet hip width, hanging ragdoll. So I would like this right now. If I was in your class, this would feel really good for me. Feet hip width, that's why I'm doing it. Feet hip width. Give your sacrum a little bit of space. I don't want you to use little stabilizer muscles to balance. I want you to get as solid as you can get and just release. How is your body changed from your practice? Think about the first ragdoll. How do you feel now? Do we do ragdoll? Let the hands slip away from the elbows. Kind of got right into it today. And on an inhale, begin your process of rounding up slow enough that you can feel each and every vertebra stack. So really feel that, let go of anything you can let go of here. Anything you can let go of here. Let the neck stack nicely. Come on up, Currency. Let the hands slip. Don't be in a hurry, guys. There's no hurry. When you're up, right foot back to left, standing pose. Standing pose. Or hero pose, or child's pose, or dead pose. I'd like everybody to be practicing yoga in a yoga posture right now. Tadasana, mountain pose. I just call it standing pose. What's important is you're practicing yoga. There's intent. The eyes don't wander. The mind doesn't wander. Standing with stature. Left hand on the left hip. Left leg, foot lock, leg lock. Pick your right knee up nice and high. Either hook the big toe or interlace your fingers around the shin. Try to breathe through your nose, please. Bring the breath back to your nose. Keeping the chest lifted, maintaining Tadasana, extend your right heel forward to the front of the yoga space. Good correction. Just stay right there. Shoulders still by lifting. Gaze back, then leg back, shoulders. Stand it, stand it, stand it. Standing pose, Regina, nice. Right hand on right hip, right foot lock, right leg lock. You're doing great. Pick up the left knee nice and high. Hook the big toe or interlace around the shin. So the criteria is, can you hook your big toe and get the chest lifted back up and maintain Tadasana? If you can, hook the toe. If not, interlace around the shin. Extend the left heel forward if you have the toe hooked. You can probably hook your big toe. You don't have to, but I think you probably can. So chest lifted, stand and stretch. Maintain Tadasana through the torso. And bring it out to the side, open it. Don't move the eyes. Beautiful. Chew. Look over the right shoulder if you have it. If it's in your practice to maintain, it's not more correct or less correct. Gaze back, then leg back. Keep your eyes on your drishti, please. I like where you're looking. Base. Standing pose. If I were in the back of this room, I'd have to be looking at the floor quite a bit. That's where my drishti just go to. Too much going on out in front of me. So the two of you that were doing that, that's correct. Left hand reaches to the ceiling, right elbow on the right hip, palm up. Bring the right hand straight back behind you. Pick up the right ankle from the inside without twisting your wrist. Touch your knees together first. So you've done standing bow before. That's good. Touch the knees together and kick straight back and reach straight forward. Open your shoulders first. Lift your chest up and open your shoulders up. So it's a standing shoulder and upper back stretch for most of you. Both hands high, left shoulder to the chin. As you kick and reach, you're kicking so hard here, the body can only fall forward. There's no option to fall back. Stay right. This is perfect. Perfect. Keep your chest up and kick and reach. Just stretch the shoulders. Now come out nicely. Reach for your base. Reach for your base. Slow down. Come out nicely. Standing pose. That was perfect. Right hand reaches up. Left elbow on the left hip. Palm up. Bring the left hand back behind you. Pick up the ankle from the inside. I'm going to try not to sweat on you. Touch the knees together. This is what I want you to feel. Let me do it. Kick back. No, grab your foot. Grab your ankle. Get a good grip higher. Kick back. Reach forward. I want this to happen first. Oh, nope. Even more. Feel. Both hands high. Kick and reach. So we're making this bow. We're creating the bow. Now maintain it. You're kicking really as hard as you can kick. When you hear bow, you're kicking as hard as you can kick. Kick and lift the chest. If it's the last thing you do today, there's what I was looking for right there. You're a keeper. And reach for the ceiling. You got a nice practice. Come on out nicely. Come on out nicely. Make your exits nice. Make your exits nice. And standing pose. You're going to be as good as you want to be. Let's do that one more time. And if you're a yoga teacher, never say let's. Reach the left hand up to the ceiling. Right elbow on the right hip. Bring the right hand back behind you. Pick up the right ankle from the inside without twisting your wrist. Touch the knees together first. Open your shoulders. Kick back, reach forward. Lift your chest up and open the shoulders. Standing bow. Both hands high. Fall back if you fall forward if you fall. Lifted through the chest. So I want everybody to kick so hard there would be no option of falling any other way than forward, but you're lifting the chest and reaching into it as your counterbalance, so you're not. You're on that edge. And reach for base as you lift the chest. Come out nicely. Breathe through your nose. Standing pose. It's okay. It's getting a little muddy, and it's okay that it is. Let's finish it. Right hand reaches up. Do your work here. Left elbow on the left hip. Bring the left hand back behind you. Pick up the ankle from the inside. Touch your knees together. Lift your chest up and open the shoulders. Good setup. Perfect setup, Allie. Everybody, nice, Stephanie. Go, go, go. So stand and stretch the shoulders. Kick and reach. Make a bow. I want you to think about making a bow by reaching and kicking, and pull the left shoulder all the way up and back behind you as you stretch forward. Reach for bass. Please come back to a nice bass. Learn to sing the last note well. Standing pose. Dead pose. Just dead pose, please. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I heard it. Thank you. I'm very aware of what just happened. Close your eyes. Settle into dead pose, everybody. Thank you very much. So if you're Uber Bikram trained and you want your eyes open, that's just fine. Have them on a drishti. Don't let them wander the room. But we go a little bit deeper when we close the eyes, feeling a little bit of silence, a little bit of relaxation naturally. We're learning to control the mind by surrendering. Not by struggling or by forcing or by concentration or by effort in any way. It's by surrendering that we learn to control the mind. The left side of the brain is like a wild beast. We're not ever going to control it. We learn to slip to the right, where you are still, where you are silent, where you are whole. The goal being using the whole mind, the entire mind. By just being present, this is happening. By just being present in a dead body pose with your breath, closer than breath. In the stillness that hasn't changed from your earliest childhood memory to right now. That's where we want to be. And in this moment, you are perfect and you are whole. You were born divine. You've always been divine. Yoga is a return to that state of being. By unlearning, not by learning. If your eyes are closed, slowly open the eyes. In fact, just open the eyes. There is no less flow on the floor. Let's move together here. Ready, set. Inhale the arms over the head. Flex your feet back. Cross the thumbs. Dive for the toes. Double pump. Double exhale. Forehead to the knees. Let's work hard in our Cobra Series. Lie down on your stomach, looking in the front of the yoga space. Hands under the shoulders. Arms close. Elbows high. We're going to stay with our theme of simplicity here. We usually do. Squeeze your legs tightly. Exhale through the nose. And on inhale, pull with your lower back muscles, lift the chest up. So you're making a solid cobra's tail. Push the feet into the floor. Squeeze the legs so tightly there's no bend in the knees. And then pull the elbows back, engaging the low back. Look up, go up. One more set of ribs up. Some of you can get much more active. Jen, come on up with me. Come on up. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Stay with me. Squeeze your legs. Please stay with me. Stay with me. And come down slowly. Left ear on the ground. Look right. Arms at your side. Palms up. Let's keep our flow. Chin flat on the floor, hands under the shoulders. Set the same posture up, right down to a good cobra's tail. Then slide the heels of the hands to your hips, all the way back to your waistline. All the way back to your hips. Squeeze the legs tightly, and on inhale, push your chest up and lift your thighs up. Get the bend out of the knees. As priority, everybody, get the bend out of the knees. Make them shake like a leaf, like a rattlesnake's tail. And push hard with the triceps. Some of you can slide your hands back a little further to the heels, the hips. That doesn't mean everybody. Lock the legs. Guys, I've got to get bends out of knees, thighs up, bends out of knees, thighs up. Perfect. And down slowly. Right ear on the ground, look left, and have the release. Squeezing all the juice out of the orange on the floor. Chin flat on the floor. Pick up your hips. Bring your arms beneath the body so the palms are facing down and the elbows are all the way beneath the body. Looking in the front of the yoga space, relax your left leg. Lock your right leg like a lamp post and pick up the locked right leg. Squeeze it tightly, muscle against the bone, and like I'm pulling you back out of your hip, out of your low back. Get that bend out, squeeze it tightly, and bring the right leg down. Relax the right leg, lock the left leg, pick up the locked left leg. So again, I want you to intentionally create some space out of your hip and out of your lower back. And squeeze it nice and tightly together. Good job. You heard me. I was going to tell you to bring your elbows under your body right when you did it. I like that. Bring the left leg down a lot. I like that. Bury the face in the towel. Move your hands closer to the knees, elbows closer to each other. It means you're present and open. Squeeze the legs tightly. Make your body like a board. And on inhale, push with your upper back. Both legs together up off of the ground. All kinds of really cool stuff happening in these rooms is the truth. Very metaphysical class. Push with the upper back, stretch it out, lock the legs, squeeze it tightly. Legs up, legs up, legs up, legs up. Make them shake like a leaf up. Down slowly. Left ear on the ground, look right. Get your arms up from underneath your body. Let a little bit of prana get to your elbows. Prana is not breath. Prana is life force energy. We have a very intimate relationship with it through our breath. It's a very important way that we bring prana into the body. But prana is not breath. But what a strong connection we have through the breath. What an intimate connection we have. Chin flat on the floor. Arms out to the side like airplane wings. Choose your battles, right? Squeeze your legs, lock your legs out. Inhale up, everything up. So simple. Be an airplane. So just like your airplane, but now I want a big back bend. And I want you to make a cobra's tail and squeeze the legs and look all the way up to the ceiling. Breathe through your nose. I got to get that breath back to your nose consistently. Squeeze it tightly. Legs up, legs up, legs up. Make your cobra's tail shake. Stay with me. Please stay with me. Bring your hands out in front of your shoulder width. Bring your feet to hip width. And lift everything. And look up and lift up. Up, up, up. Look like you're bringing a basketball all the way up to the ceiling. Look up, 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 up. Bring the basketball up. You can do it. Basketball up. Up, up over your head. And down slowly. Right here on the ground. Let it go, everybody. Don't hold on to it. All the benefit happens now. All the benefit happens now in the release because you're working so hard. But this is what really matters, that you can let it go and we can let that prana circulate through these open energy channels we've intentionally created in our yoga practice, in our standing series. Chin flat on the floor. Bend the knees. Bring your heels to your hips. Grab your feet, thumbs with the fingers, 2 inches below the toes. Press your lower abdomen into the floor and kick into your posture. Bikram says kick back. I say kick up. You're really kicking back to a hard feel and then up. Look up, kick it up. Bring the weight forward into the soft part of the belly. So you're looking up, kicking up. Breath is your support. Every inhale, seeing if you can come into the posture a little bit deeper. I know you can hear me. Kick it up, pick it up, all the way up, hips up, hips up. If I can hear you, you can hear me. Come down slowly. Don't be in a hurry. Left ear on the ground. Look right. Dead body pose. Let's finish it, not think about it. Chin flat on the floor. Don't think about doing it, do it. Bend the knees, heels to the hips. Grab your feet. Elise, can you self-correct, please? Bring your knees in. Press your low abdomen into the floor. Knees should be about 6 inches apart. The energy goes up, not out. And kick. Look up, go up, kick it up, pick it up. So I want your best version of a bow. It's a hard stop here. I want that hard end feel, that hard stop. If I took you by the knees and lifted you up, could I bring you up any higher? Could I bring you any further forward? Everybody, hard stop. Inhale and stretch it up. Pick it up with your hands. Nice, Regina. And down slowly, right ear on the ground. Look left. Dead pose. Happy baby. Roll over onto your back, please. The bottoms of the feet are flat to the ceiling with your ankle joints stacked over your knee joints. It's very important your ankles are not wider than your knees. We want to pull straight down, not at an inward angle. It completely changes the benefit of the posture. And kick into your hands as you pull your knees towards the floor, flattening the entire back from the base of the neck to your sacrum, all the way to your tailbone, really, your coccyx, the very bottom part of your spine. And ideally, that's where we're able to bring this posture is into the small of the back. It's not just in the thighs and hips, but if you're tight there, that's where you're going to feel it. The kick can be extremely useful at getting it into the sacrum. So turn that kick on. If you are kicking and pulling hard, you're using big muscle groups, your heart rate's going to go up. I really like this posture. Eyes open, be with me. Both of you, really nice. And release the tension first from the posture. Stretch your legs out, arms at your side, palms up, eyes open, dead body pose. I just gave you guys a nice little shot of fresh air for our back bends. Let's work hard here, guys. Dead pose. This is just dead pose right now. Nice room. Inhale the arms over the head. Flex your feet back. Cross the thumbs. Dive for the toes. Double pump. Double exhale. Forehead to the knees. Woo-wah. Come to the top of the towel, stand on the knees, feet, knees, heels, 6 inches apart. Support your sacrum, fingers down, thumbs outside. Lift through the thighs for added support. Active thighs support the sacrum. If there's struggle, if you're dizzy, lightheaded, nauseous, you lie back down and practice dead pose. Thank you. Look back, go back. I can feel you from the back of the room. Look back, go back. So now your yoga is to let it go. Look back, go back, reach back. Close your eyes. So your yoga is to let all that go. And that's all. And let it be okay too. Surrender. You know how to force through things and push through things. Learn how to surrender. Look back, go back, active thighs. Find that heart and feel. What are you sitting there for? Get yourself in dead pose where your benefit is. And come back up supported. Sit back, hips to heels. Dead body pose. Everybody close your eyes for a moment and really let it go. You have to give yourself consent. I used to be a real massage junkie. I went through a period where I had a lot of muscle, and I didn't feel good if I didn't get massage a lot. And I realized one day, I'm just as responsible as the therapist is for getting a good massage, and there has to be this consent to let go and to release and surrender, right? It's the same thing here. There has to be a consent to surrender. An innocent intention, but not effort. An innocent intention. And then we trust the yoga and we trust the process and surrender into the process. Slowly open the eyes, back release of your choice. You heard correctly. If you want to do more back bends, you can do them after class. If you do choose So back release right now. If you do choose to do more back bends after class, please close your heart chakra. Any kind of forward bend is going to do that. But right now, just a back release. Just back release right now, Sean. Do it after class. Just do a back release right now. Let's all stay together. It's just getting muddy. You can do it after class. Again, if you're somebody that wants to do more back bending, you do it after class. Please close your heart chakra. Anything knees to chest, like we're doing right now, does that. Shoulder stand pose. We're just getting a little muddy. There's no reason to push through that. We just got the mud out of the room. Let's not bring it back in with another set of back bend. Stretch your legs up. Chest to chin throat lock is what we're looking for here. Chest to chin throat lock. And really, to do some of this stretching, the best time in the world is after class when you're hot, folks. If you want to get into your hips, get into your quads. And I do encourage you all to spend some time in hips and quads on your own. We don't have enough time in these rooms to do it. It's really important we take the time to do it. And come to plow pose. Halasana, it's called. The plow pose. Walk your feet forward towards the front mirror, closing your heart chakra. So we're going to get all the mud out of the yoga room now and just settle into a nice still pond together. And come down for twisted pose. Bring the right knee into the chest, left leg down. You could do a seated twist if you wanted to. Probably just a few of you. Supine on your back. Bring the right knee across the body. Reaching with your right hand at about a 30-degree angle towards the front of the yoga space. And guide the knee down. Excuse me. What did I say, Cloud? And guide the knee down. So a big inhale, create space and reach with your right hand. So I don't want you to be in a hurry right now. Anything you can find that you can let go of. Let go of. Bring a big breath into the body. See what it can find. Maybe there's somewhere it can find that you can let go of on the exhale. And back to center position. And same thing on the other side. Bring the left knee up. And bring it across the body. I'll move around you. And reach with your left hand. I got a whole room I've got to manage. And reach as you guide the knee down. Inhales create space. Take advantage of that. Just ease deeper. If you're not reaching with your left hand, you're really not able to bring it into your QL. So this reach towards the mirror at about a 30-degree angle, that's what's bringing your QL is right behind your kidney and your low back. That's where I want you to feel it, that and your IT band on the side of the leg. Back to a center position. And release into dead body pose. Everybody, dead body pose. Whether you've had 1,000 classes from me or this is your very first time in a hot yoga room, what do you think a dead body pose should look like? Make your body match that picture. What should a dead body pose look like? Just look like. Are you in dead body pose right now? What does it feel like? Let all the tension leave the body. To allow the breath to find its own natural, relaxed rhythm here. We're not making it. We're aware of it. We're allowing it to. Stay out of its way. Notice. Maybe a little interested in it and curious about it. Where does it go? What does it do? What is the mind like in dead body pose? Still from process and really habitual practice is the ideal. The mind is still from process, from surrender, not from effort, concentration. Aware from that still silent place that hasn't changed from your earliest childhood memory to right now. It's in the heart, it's not in the head. Take a long, slow inhale through the nose, closer than breath, nearer than near. Let go and fall. Surrender into dead body pose. Practice yoga here. Dead body pose. Conquer haste. Let go of struggle. And just surrender. God is for this. Namaste.